All right, Shalom. Back out again through the spirit power of Yahawashi. Before we begin, I want to give all praise on the Lord.
To Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash.
Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Much respect to you brothers laboring worldwide. Hey man, what else can we do but prophesy? Let's get that.
That's right.
All right, it's so much going on in the world that Yahawashi said was going to come to pass. And we see it manifesting. We see it playing out. Who cares but prophesy, man? All right, it's just so much going on in the world. You got floods, right? You got heat waves. You got sedition among men. You got South Africa, they shooting at so-called blacks, man. Cedar Ham. It's just so much going on, right? Biz Marquis.
He been going the week, they said. Going the goddamn week, and they let you know.
God, Amos 3:8, the lion hath roared.
Yep.
Who will not fear?
Yep.
The Lord power has spoken. Who can but prophesy?
So yeah, who cares but prophesy, man? We're going to speak the words of Yahawah. All these things are going to come to pass. They're being made manifest right before your face. You got it, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently.
Yeah, how we measure the time diligently. Go ahead.
In itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past,
part of the prophecies, part of the tokens that the Lord said was going to come, when you see these things pass, go ahead.
Which I have told thee before,
see, prophecy, go ahead.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest who began to visit the world which he made.
You don't see the highest vision in the world which he made? What you think the C-19 about, man? What you think massive famine is going to be about, man? The Lord is coming to plague this place. Why? Because of the wickedness here.
Right.
This is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected. You living in the most famous place in the Bible. But you don't realize or understand the report that's being given.
Yes. This is Matthew 16 and verse 1. The Pharisees also, with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven.
See, go ahead.
And he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather.
Yeah, you can see the dark clouds approaching, right? You know it's going to rain. Go ahead.
For the sky is red. In the morning, it will be foul weather today. For the sky is red and lowering.
Yep.
Oh, ye hypocrites.
Oh, you hypocrites. Go ahead.
Ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
You don't see what's going on? You don't see that the Lord has purpose destruction on Babylon the Great and various places around the world? You got mice plague. You got locusts. You got grasshoppers. All right, you got spiders. You don't see all these things occurring at the same time? Go ahead,
Continuing on, it says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
Yeah, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. This same wicked and adulterous generation is back today. Go ahead,
And there shall no sign be given unto it.
But what?
But the sign of the prophet Jonas.
You don't see the men out on the highways and byways bringing out the words of Yahawashi? You should be in fear. You should be quaking in your boots, man. Why? Because the Lord of hosts is for to plague this place.
Right.
You think it's going to continue, but it's not. Give me
This is Acts chapter 4, verse 20. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard.
See, we speaking the things that we have seen and heard. We heard the words of Yahawashi giving us a warning. So we won't be destroyed with this place. And guess what? In turn, we give you the warning. And we see it playing out. We see it manifesting. But there's nothing good that's coming here to America, Babylon the Great. It's all evil, all bad.
Go ahead. Ezekiel 7 in verse 5. It says, thus saith the Lord power and evil, and only evil, behold is come.
See, behold is come is not going to get any better. The new normal, all right, wait till they make that mandate of the mask again, man. All right, you already see it starting in California, all right, in New York, and they're going to lock this bitch down. What you going to do then?
It says, an end is come. The end is come. And watch for thee.
And watching for thee. It's already prepared. It's waiting on you to get there. These are the words of Yahawashi, the one and true power over heaven and earth. Go ahead,
Behold, it is come.
See, behold, it is come. It's just a matter of time. These different things have to play out. Hold 2nd Ezra 4. 37. Go ahead.
It's Mark chapter 13 and verse 10. And the gospel must first be published.
See, the gospel must first be published. And how is it being published? All right, by way of the internet. Okay? Go ahead. Start that over.
Yeah. Mark 13 and 10.
Yep.
And the gospel must first be published.
Must first be published. Go ahead.
Among all nations.
Upon all nations. You done heard this word. You know who the Hebrew Israelites are, man.
Yeah.
You know when you see a brother out on the street with a garment on, you know he's talking about the Lord. He's talking about the Bible. So this word has been published. Go ahead. You got it, right?
Why does YouTube say publish?
Yeah, that's it.
Upload video.
And everybody don't really know that. Like, we only know that. That's the option you have after you do the video and say publish. Which that word publish goes in the public. So we out here thrust into the public's eye, man.
Your name out here.
Bring
We're acting out what's written in the scripture.
to bring forth the words of the Lord, man.
That's right.
So these things can come to pass so we can get the hell out of here, man. That's the ultimate goal. Wake up there and let them hear the words and be sealed so we can get out of here. Why do you think bro is so fervent in the spirit? We know it's time. We see the prophecies playing out.
This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 45. And it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled, when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly.
Publish openly. Right? And that's what we publish in the scriptures openly, man. But guess what? There's only going to be a few in number that can get to that straight gate. That can understand this truth. All right? That understand the doctrine of Yahawashi. You got it.
The first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read.
So what it's saying, Hebrews 4 and 2, we both heard the word, but it wasn't with faith. Somebody hold that real quick. Let's get that real quick. Stay right there.
Yeah.
Let's get that real quick. Hebrews 4 and 2. So he said public. Matter of fact, read that one more time.
God, 2nd Ezra 14 and 45, and it came to pass when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it.
That the worthy and unworthy may read it. Let's get that.
God, it's Hebrews 4 verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
Separation, go ahead.
But the word preached did not profit them.
See, it didn't profit them. Why?
Not being mixed with faith.
So the godly and the godly heard this word, but it didn't profit them because it wasn't mixed with faith.
Unworthy.
See? Yeah, go ahead.
And them that heard it.
Read that last part again.
Come, it says not being mixed with faith. In them that heard it.
See, not being mixed in faith. Why? Because you don't believe the report. You actually in the report, man. Okay? We read about your death by way of famine. All right? By way of sedition among men.
God, jumping down 2nd Ezra 14 and 47. For in them, the word is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge.
See, the fountain of this living water, man. It has came down and restored the planet Earth. Why? Because the Lord has drawn near here, man. He's making his words known to us. Somebody hold Proverbs 1. He's making his words known to us. It's being poured out. You can't deny it. You can't gainsay this. That's why you got guys who try and come up against it. We'll see them here one week, and then next week they gone. They ain't coming back. Why? Because they can't gainsay the words of the Lord. Okay?
You're like little Shawty who's over there. Like he was an expert in that's how to be a minister or something. You know what I'm saying? And that was Spirit said. We actually said, where you gonna be at next week? Just in case it is a brother out here that's inquiring. All right, the only ones that's gonna be out here constantly is the ones that Yahawashi sanctuary. Or can I add one thing else? That water penetrates everything. Water seeps into the cracks. Water seeps into the crevices. So this word has now rested itself on the hearts and minds of everybody, man. And that's scary because now Yahawashi can step into action, bring down the judgment.
Hey, you ain't got no cloak for your seat.
Beautiful.
You got that.
Chapter 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
Now, it's like read that from top again.
God, this is Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
See, the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. How are you getting this knowledge by way of the prophets, man? They bringing out the judgment that the Lord is rendering on this place. All right, letting you know who's in control and who claiming to do it. Go ahead,
It says, as the waters cover the
sea, as the waters cover the sea, as the waters cover the people, and it's everywhere now. You got it on TikTok, all right. You got it on these different other social medias, all right. And there's no cloak now. So we just read that where this word is going to be published, and then the end is going to come. So we in that time, man. You got that.
Isaiah 55 and 10. Yep. For as the rain cometh down, beautiful, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither.
And return not thither. Go ahead.
It says, but water of the earth.
See, but water of the earth is the same. Matter of fact, keep going.
And maketh it bringeth forth and bud.
Make it bring forth and bud. Now you're gonna see the contrast. Go ahead.
It says that it may give seed to the sower.
Seed to the sower. We are sowing this seed, man. All right, this gospel. All right, that you're gonna be the next rulers of the planet Earth, man. Why wouldn't you want that? Why would you want to continue to be up under your oppressor, man? You got it, right?
And bread to the eater.
And bread to the eater, man. This same living water, this same bread that the Lord has given us. Go ahead.
Say something real quick, just dealing with that bread and eater, because as these prophecies unfold, they give us confidence. That's why I said, if it boil forth, we seeing it now. We like, yes, we're in the right thing. That's right. So we satisfied. That's it. We being satisfied as it coming to pass. Yeah, we know we're in the right thing.
That's beautiful. Verse 11, it says, so shall my word be.
See, it's the same way. So shall my word be. Go ahead.
Because the Most High, through Yahawashi, right? The Most High and Yahawashi also always use tangible points to make spiritual points. You know? It says, so that's why it says, so shall my word be. Because it's compared to the rain that cometh down and the snow from heaven and return not thither. So now rain coming down. So it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. Meaning, when it, just like the rain come down and it gives and it water what it needs to water, that's the same way my word gonna do. Right? It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. Meaning, just like it give what you said, bread to the eater. My word is not gonna be void or empty. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, matter of fact, I'm gonna let the scripture say it, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
And that's what you're saying. You're seeing the words of the Lord accomplish that which he pleased, man. All right, and it's not returning it. It's going to go into whatever he has to prosper. Matter of fact, it's more than that. Go ahead.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent.
See, it's going to prosper, man. It's going to bud forth. It's going to spring out. That's why we're seeing these things manifest, because we at the end. Okay? Real quick.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon 1 in verse 7. Wisdom of Solomon 1 in verse 7. It says, for the spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
See, the spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
And that which containeth all things hath knowledge of the voice.
Go ahead.
Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
That's why you see the wickedness of Esau being revealed, which is another end time prophecy. His iniquity is being shown forth, and the spirit of the Lord is filling the world. Okay?
Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by you.
So you ain't getting away, Esau. With vengeance coming down, guess what? You're going to be first one in line to get punished.
It says for inquisition.
You ever see? For inquisition, intense, prolonged question. Go ahead.
For inquisition shall be made into the counsel of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come into the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
See, for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, means what is being revealed. You can clearly see who the damn devil is of the Bible, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? That's it, huh?
Took out all the money, bank.
In Cuba. That's right. That's the damn devil.
This nigga, he's being the devil, you know? That's Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. You can't help but be who he is. All right, you can no longer hide behind the words, the microphone, that's crazy. You're a damn criminal, man. And that would usually happen. All right, when you find out, like when someone offends, then now you're watching it. You know, then now you got no choice but to examine them and assess them and say, you know what, this nigga is a criminal. I know I'm not violent. You know?
Oh, that's
So it all makes sense. Oh, go ahead.
That's that inquisition.
Yeah, the inquisition. At some point, Yahawah was going to identify and target the corporate, man.
That's it.
That's how we know we at the end. Ooh. What else you looking for? Like, you know, you're going to find out this man is the devil only for him to press the reset button. His trust is not there anymore. You know, like somebody, you lose trust in someone, it can't go back to being the same. Bitch, you the one, you know what I mean? I got the, you know, you get the camera, they call it motion of discovery. When you, oh, that's spirit, motion of discovery. That's a lesson. Well, you can actually look back at the cameras. You said the same bitch was laying up with you. She was the one with the credit card. How you gonna make that right after that? She been found out that she can't be trusted now. So that's the same with Esau. That's how we know it's over, man. We can never go back to how it was.
That's it.
Yeah, we got trust issues.
Yeah. We got major trust issues. And you know what they always do? They put that smile on their face. When they see you, they put that smile on their face and try to dumb you down, you know, to calm you down. But no, we found out through the devil at the bottom of Esau, man.
That's it.
Yep.
You that same spirit who did those lynchings and hangings, man. Yeah. That's why they smile, like the brother said, they smile in your face, but they knew they had you down trying to in derision, man. They knew they was beating you down.
But now we putting the posters up on the telephone.
Wanted.
You know what I'm saying? Wanted posters. Hey, we nailing that ball. Hey, we nailing that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like this the man. And we going to the next block and the next block. That's why you see these caps erected around town, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, those spiritual roadblocks.
Have you seen this guy? It's Esau, man. Go ahead.
I got some real quick. Psalms 14 verse 3. They are all going to side. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good.
There's none that do it good. None. I don't care if he done gave you a job, gave you whatever. There's none that do it good.
No, not one.
Not one, man. All right, and we understand this because the Lord has revealed, all right, who our enemies is. We were once, fell away from our heritage, not knowing who we were and not knowing who your enemy is. So you ride side by side with somebody who's ready and poised to kill you. Well, that was the Lord giving us that insight because we believed the report, and that was a gift. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Go this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Ooh, the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Ultimately, that was thermonuclear missiles, right?
It says, and the beginning of immortality going to come.
The beginning of the kingdom of heaven. All right? That's why we hastening the day of Yahawashi. We want to see this place destroyed.
Right.
We know we're going to have to go through tribulation, but it's better than being here.
Oh, yeah.
It's better.
Let's show you how dysfunctional, let's show you how beat down we've been. We brother all hell to break loose. We brother for it to be a nuclear destruction. And to stay here with this fucking devil, man. That shows you how bad it has gotten. That shows you the fall from grace, man. And that we're truly under the oppressor. When the scripture speaks about being under oppressor, this nigga getting kicked out of prison, out of keeping you in derision, out of vexing you, man. You get no sleep, your cholesterol, your pressure up. Oh, that's the spirit. Old boy walking down. He got the band strapped down. And y'all know who that is, right? Undertaker. Well, that's a product of being under the so-called white man. And we all have been afflicted. That's why when you read Lazarus and the rich man, it talks about how Lazarus laid at the gate full of sores. Right? This man has afflicted us on all levels, man. Physically, mentally. So here we are. We rather a famine here. We rather the food dry up. The resources dry up. We rather the wild beasts be unleashed coexisting with this devil.
God. Hey, you ain't vexed being here. Something wrong with you, man. You want to be destroyed with Babylon, man. But going back to what the brother said, we need this place to be destroyed.
Second Ezra 4 in verse 27. They cannot comprehend the things that are promised unto the righteous in the time to come.
Yeah, you can't comprehend the things that are promised unto the righteous. All right, and the end to come, which is what the brother was out there bringing about the things that are laid up for us, man. When we get through this bullshit, go ahead.
It says, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity.
And infirmity. Man. Going back to what the brother said, those wounds, man. Those mental scars, man.
It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee.
Go ahead.
For the evil is sown.
For the evil is sown.
But the destruction thereof is not yet come.
See? And so it's already prepared, man. We just waiting on different prophecies to play out for us to get out of here.
Done. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down,
that evil, go ahead.
and if the place where the evil is sown,
the place where the evil is sown, America, Babylon the Great, Mr. Babylon the Whore,
Right here.
pass not away.
Yeah, the most famous place in the world, most famous place in the Bible, pass not away. Go ahead.
Then cannot it come that is sown with good.
See, then it can't come with that sown with good. So we need this destruction to happen. We longing for it. So Yahawashi trying to come back and render his anger and fury, man. All right? Take out these damn proud ass people, man. You proud as hell, man. You don't realize America is going down.
That's it.
This place is destined to be destroyed.
Going back to Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Yeah, the day of doom shall be the end of this time, this current age, this current eon, this current rulership.
It says, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past.
Woo, wherein corruption is past. Go ahead.
And temperance is at an end. Infidelity.
Oh, temporal. These things are temporal here. Is at an end. Go ahead.
And temperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteous is grown.
Woo.
Seed to the soil.
Yep.
And truth is sprung up.
And truth is sprung up. You don't see this truth is sprung up. It's made manifest. It's right before your eyes. I think it was
Second Ezra 7.
Oh, that's the Lord showing you, man. That's if you got eyes to see.
Right.
He would say, what do y'all always say? He that have an ear to hear, let him hear. All right. If you can understand, it's good for you. If you can't, you're just gonna die. That's it. That's the simplest way we can put it. You gonna die.
He gave bread to the eater. What he tell those who eat my body.
Okay.
You know, that went over something.
Oh, that's bad. The eater is the digester. Bread to those who can digest the word. Hey, man, you got to be built a certain way to digest accepting a nuclear thermal holocaust. You got to be built like that, man. You can't come up there and you still hold fast to Christianity. No way you be able to, like, Spirit had Terrence to come up there. It was an obvious contrast. He had no business up here, man. He wasn't built like that. Matter of fact, real quick, get Sirach 30 real quick. In 17. We're going to hand it back up. You got this up? Yeah, get that Sirach 30 and 17. Okay, because we was built a certain way. That's like certain animals, certain beasts, they eat certain things that might be detestable to you. You are cringe to see what certain animals eat and how they go about their day-to-day. Well, that applies to us. All right, go ahead, Up.
Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30, verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life.
See, death is better than a bitter life. So we hope that death comes rather than be here in America, man. That's not just talking about we just on a suicide mission. That's going into what we were saying according to the destruction, the famine, all hell breaking loose. That's better than being here in America, man. Read that again.
Sirach 30 and 17, death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness.
Or continual sickness, man. That's America. Okay, the chemtrails, the genetically, think about that. Genetically modified organisms. That's what you eat. You got to hold your breath and just dive in. Well, guess what? Death, the destruction of this place, all hell breaking loose is better than a continual sickness.
I got some hope.
Kids got to go around.
This is the book of Proverbs 14 and 32. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his death.
Yeah, woo! Yeah, so that's going to be hope in death. All right, that's why one of the main prophecies, what's that? Second Ezra, the 8th chapter. All right, where it talks about as the dirt of the ground versus the gold. Second Ezra 5, there'll be many. The multitude of them that perish, taken in great number. That's a part of the remedy. You got killed, so I got to kill it. That's violent.
That's it.
In order for you to be clean, that's a violent act. The washing machine is something. Give you what I need. Okay, and you know what that is? Death. We need death to rest and settle on the planet Earth, man.
That's it.
All right, go ahead.
Just to back you up. 1 Corinthians 15 and 26.
And can I say again? That's what contributes to this being a foreign form of teaching. That's why we ain't even expecting most of the people to come. Oh, the brother asked us off the record over there. How do the people receive y'all? The guy, he asked us from Atlanta. The guy that be over there, he said, you know about the Atlanta camp? He said, how do the people out here receive y'all? He said, no, it ain't gonna be that many. Because we know that they're not built like that. They need, your hopes and dreams relies on America to be here, man. Our hopes and dreams rest and rely on America being destroyed. Go ahead,
It says 1 Corinthians 15 and 26, the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
Is death, man. Okay, and that's dealing with Esau and his current kingdom. This is the last stronghold, the last obstacle, if you will. Hurdle that we got to get over before we spill over to eternal life.
That's why it says death is better than that continuous sickness, man. And the continuous sickness comes from who, man? Who's poisoning the food? All right, you walk out your house, it's what? It's death surrounds you, man.
Valley of the shadow of death. Death hovers over you here. Yeah, you got that one.
This second Ezra 14 in verse 34. It says, therefore, it was so that you will subdue your own understanding.
Yeah, subdue your own understanding. Understand that what you were taught by Esau was bullshit. Go ahead.
And reform your hearts.
And reform your mind. What did Yahawashi say? You cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven except you be born again.
Yep.
Meaning your mindset, it's got to change. And the only way it's going to change is through Yahawashi. That spirit has to be resting on you.
It says, ye shall be kept alive, and after death shall obtain mercy.
And after death shall obtain mercy. That's bad.
How can I say? That so that Scripture speaks about we will be scarce, with the elected scarce, you know? To be kept alive, that goes into being preserved. Being preserved despite the conditions around you. So you're going to see in a minute, man, what we've been telling you through the Spirit. All right? When you see these people walking around, you ever saw a dog with the veins? That's how you people going to be looking. Your ribs touching, you know, your little one dying, and no strength in your hand to save. Then you're going to see our precious life. Then you're going to see why the doctrine is known as the words of everlasting life. Life is going to, you're going to see how precious life is that day.
It says, you read again, it says, therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive.
You shall be kept alive. I mean, what? You're going to be, like the brother said, preserved. Go ahead.
And after death, ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
So we know this ain't the end, man. All right, we know that the kingdom of heaven is coming, whether we make it and see it or whether we die. All right, as long as we endure this corruption and stay in the faith, we know that Yahawashi got us. Go ahead.
It says, and then shall the name of the righteous be manifest,
Go ahead.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared, and that's what you're seeing now. All right, the righteousness is being made manifest, and the works of the ungodly is being declared. That intense, prolonged question.
It's Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth.
But if you don't know you're a captive exile, how you gonna hasten? You content with being here in America?
Stop right there. Let's address that.
Yeah, the captive exile, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but you don't realize that you under your oppressor.
Wow.
You think you got it all made.
Oh, free.
You got it.
They have to think they free already.
That's it. June 19th.
June, yeah.
June 10th or whatever it is called. You think you free.
Oh, you had a band of niggas celebrating getting the day off. I think it was in North Carolina, a bunch of country goons, man. This nigga was happy that they job getting the day off on June 19th. Whatever I say, you saw the faint smell, you saw smoke in the background, niggas grilling in the background.
Still eating abominations too, man.
Oh, Juneteenth fall on a Sunday every year.
You read that from the top again.
It says,
Now you gotta deliver and go to church.
it says, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose,
Yep, that he may be loose and what else?
and that he should not die in the pit.
Yeah, America, man. This is a pit, a very low land, man. We hastening that we don't die here, man. Read that again one more time.
It says, the captive exile hasteneth.
The captive exile hastening. And you don't realize that you under oppression. You're not crying out to the Lord, man. You're not asking him to come and avenge you. What is that? In Luke, I believe 16? 18? What is that? The unjust judge?
Also, when you think about Salaki, the scripture speaking about he that knoweth that he's sick. You know that you're sick. That's equivalent to knowing that you're locked up.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's happened through the year. This is the year of hastening Yahawashi, man. So that's how we know that that's prophecy. And the men that's been set up is under the vibration of the Bible, along with the Apostle Yahawah. Why would he calling this the year of hastening the coming of our Lord? Right? Because that's the overtone. That's the consensus with all of the like-minded men, serious-minded men, those who subscribe to the testimony of Yahawashi. You in the spirit of being loosed. All right? It's an anticipation of seeing this place destroyed and, a transition to the new world. The real new world. Yeah? You got that word? Somebody got that word? Yeah, come on.
Because this that word pit, strong H. You said the 845. It says pit, destruction, grave.
Destruction, grave. Yeah, man. You are dead bodies here in America. What is that? Revelation, Ezekiel 37. Dead bodies, man. Read that one more time.
It says pit,
Pit.
destruction,
Yep.
grave,
Yep.
pit for catching lions.
Ooh, pit for catching lions. Yeah, the lion of Judah, man. You are in your captivity right now, man. You don't even realize it. You think you want to be here content in America, but we hastening that day. We ready to get out of here, man. You got more on that?
Okay, just a little bit more.
Okay.
It says, that he may be loose,
Yep.
and that he should not die in the pit,
Yep.
nor that his bread should fail.
Ooh, know that it's bread. That's bad. That's that same bread. Guess what? You subscribe to this straight gate, this doctrine that leads to immortality. Guess what? It's not gonna fail. That's what the Lord said, right?
Yeah, and you pray, it's almost like you put all your stock into something, like you're making an investment. Pray that it don't fail. In the back of your mind, you hoping, man, I hope this. Because I gave up everything.
Yeah, this is Isaiah.
That just going back, giving us hope, man. That's why we see the prophecies playing out, and it's giving us more confidence. That's great. You got it right.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 34. And 16, it's going back, it's not going to fail. Isaiah 34 and 16, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail.
Yeah, none of these prophecies is gonna fail, man. This addition among men, which is approaching here in America. You see it playing out everywhere else, but when it hit Babylon the Great, it's gonna be even worse.
He said, no one of these shall fail. none shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded,
Yep.
and his spirit it have gathered them.
See, and we are gathered by the Spirit, by the Word. All these brothers are gathered by the Word of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know? And guess what? These prophecies are not failing. We see them playing out. We see them coming to pass, but you don't have vision, all right? And the Lord haven't given you the eyesight, all right, to understand the prophecies. You got guys discounting the book of Hebrews. Well, you ain't believe the report, man, because the whole Bible is the report. So guess what? Since you ain't believe the report, you're going to be destroyed. Unless you repent.
That's it.
Period.
It's like for me, that's like say you building a bike or something, even a motor. If you lose one little part, the whole motor not gonna work. And even if you do work, it's not gonna run correctly.
And you guys are not running correctly, man. All right, you running off your own vein of opinion, man. That's why you continue to do the bait.
Yeah, they're trying to recreate the Bible like for a nigga.
Fitty
They're
cap,
trying to recreate it to fit a nigga.
man.
They trying to basically so a nigga can best suit the mind of a nigga. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. When you say that, Paul writings wasn't, something that you should really acknowledge. Just because it don't say thus said the Lord. Okay? That's a simple nigga that don't like the Lord.
And just expound on more. That's a capital offense, man. You don't like water, man. These guys was once at one time under Great Millstone, right? But they broke off and did their own thing, and guess what? Now they reprobate, man. Why? Because they didn't want to come under order. The Lord has already set this thing up. You're not going to jump over nobody, man. Just fall in line. That's that straight gate. One man can go there at once. You got to follow. Period.
And that's what Jake don't realize. Like the Lord is once again restoring order. Kingdom being set up, man. Okay? That's just like even in Esau kingdom. You have to go through the proper channels, man. You run a ticket, you go to traffic court. All right? It's all set up. You got legislation, law. Now, we're not saying that it's righteous, but nevertheless, it's a system. So that's what the Lord is setting up, a system, man. You can't just pop in just because it don't fit or suit you. That's why the Lord is in the midst of purging out the rebels, man. And those who are not willing to hearken and yield to the order.
And guess what? That's part of the end time prophecy work. These are the signs that the Lord said was going to be shown in the latter days.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see IUIC sitting against some high tech and some armbands, that's a sign too. Not just the children.
Yep.
You see Elazar, that's a sign we're at the end.
And you don't see what's going on, man? We trying to relay to you the report, but hey, either have an ear to ear, let them hear. Just do it like that.
It's 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in
He
order.
didn't say some things, he said all things. All things be done decently and order. Come on. You got something?
This is 1 Corinthians 15, chapter 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption.
Yeah.
And
Where you at?
1 Corinthians 15.
Okay, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 15 and 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality,
Yeah, those new bodies, right? Go ahead.
then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Yeah.
O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory?
Yeah, Esau, you're going to be on our foot. All right, you're not going to 1. I mean, you're not going to 2, 3, or 4. You want to be under our feet, man. All right? This is what death is not going to have that sting anymore. You're no longer going to persecute the children of Israel, man. All right? And we hastening that day to come. Yeah.
You got to put on that whole armor of Yahawashi. All right, for you won't get swallowed up in death. All right, for you won't, for Esau won't get the victor over you, man. Which is a short time.
That's it.
It's 2nd Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past,
Part of these prophecies past. Go ahead.
which I have told thee before,
Go ahead.
then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, the Spirit of the Lord is now resting upon Babylon the Great and the whole world, man. That's why you see the activity of action playing out. Go ahead.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
Hey man, it was 142 earthquakes in Yellowstone just yesterday. You know? Yeah, good. That's what we said. Probably 2 more they ain't recorded. They ain't want to, they ain't want to put one for the fourth there. But we know it's all from the Lord of hosts. But he said earthquakes and uproars of the people. Cuba, South America, right?
South Africa.
Okay, South Africa. It's like, yep.
It says, in uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning. All right, these words have already been declared, but we're seeing it play out. All right, we're seeing the vision. All right, that's for a point in time. I'm saying, we're seeing it play out.
It says, or if I may, like see the thing out, they build up your faith, man. Because it's like you looking at a road map and you say it say McDonald's on the left, you see McDonald's on the left, you say I'm on the right path, man. So when we see certain things going on, it actually, it hype us up a little.
Yeah, we know we on the right path. We know this is the truth. We have a more sure word of prophecy. Because it's playing out.
That's persuasion.
That's it.
Yeah, you ain't persuaded about these promises playing out, man. I don't know what rock you under. You got it.
Verse 5, it says, for like it's all that is made in the world has beginning and the end, and the end is manifest.
And the end is made clear, it's springing forth, it's budding, it's coming. Hey, you can see it. You can see it playing out right before your eyes. Go ahead.
It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, any endings and effects and signs.
And endings and effects and signs. And that's what you see. We at the end of this thing. You see it. You see it. It's coming out. You got to something on?
Yes. Go ahead. Isaiah 29:6. Y'all shall be visited by the Lord of hosts with thunder, with earthquake, with great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of the violent fire.
And that's what you're saying. All those things are playing out right now. You cannot discern the sky. All right, you can't discern that, man. But it's so clear. You got it.
Thunders and earthquakes, those are different sounds you hear first, then it play out. So the Lord decrees. He said for decrees, then it manifests, man. He said thunders and lightnings, and you gotta hear it first, then it play out.
Hold my voice before my words.
It's book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
For the vision, the prophecy is yet for the appointed time. Go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak.
See? Go ahead.
And not lie.
And not lie. See, at the end it's speaking. Like the brother beautifully brought out, first you hear it, then you see it. It's everything is playing out. The word of the Lord is spreading forth and budding. Go ahead, Al.
Though it tarry.
Yep, though it tarry, it looked like it's taking a long time, right? Go ahead.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
It's not going to tarry. He said it and decreed it. It's already set in stone. Guess what? It's coming to pass. It's coming to pass. Now, what side are you going to be on? Right? Are you going to be on the side of salvation or the side of destruction?
Hey, what side of the door you on? Are you inside of Yahawashi? That's why the Lord says those who abide in me. You outside of the door, you're going to be left to the elements. Right? The rain, the storm, the tempest. All right? The drama.
Got a quick precept.
You get it with that. You got Isaiah 46:10, it says, declaring the end from the beginning.
Declaring the end from the beginning. Go ahead.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. All these prophecies are playing out. All right, and it's already been declared.
It says, saying,
saying. That's bad.
my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
That's what you're saying. The pleasure of the Lord is to bring Esau and all his cohorts down in their pride, man. And that's what you see him playing out. That's all his pleasure, and to exalt his children, the ones who actually love him. All right? See, the Lord set it up as a snare. You know, when Samuel came to the land, you heard the report and you ran and you got yourself ready. But anytime the prophets came, anytime the prophet came, it was bad news.
Bad news.
See, at that time they was able to what? To get themselves ready. Now the Lord has lowly men, all right, that's a snare to you that you're not gonna come around thinking that you're gonna placate the Lord or fool the Lord. No, man, you gotta be sincere. That's the only way.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 14. It says, Enoch also, the servant from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold,
These things of old time, right? Go ahead.
behold, the Lord coming with 10,000 of his saints.
Yep, those chariots, man. He's coming to destroy this place. Right?
And they'll say something, man. You see the fall, man, from first minute that guy right there, man. Yeah, man. He came up against the word villain, man. Now look at him, man. He wasn't like that. He had like reasoning to him. He was a regular guy. When he first encountered him. Lord visited. He was cursing on him. And that's the guy I told the brother. I saw him 3 times. I saw him 3 times. I saw him earlier today. He was all in places he shouldn't have been. He was all about that buzzing early. Real talk. I saw him earlier today. He always saying, I said,
He threw.
he finished, man.
See, that's what happens when you come up against the word of the Lord.
Because certainly that's not a man of Yahawashi outside. Scripture speaks about soundness. Like, how can he edify? How can he bring wisdom? How can he counsel in that state? See?
That's
My counsel says that. We still here. That's spirit. Yeah, my counsel, that's bad. That's a great point, man. I guess a few more on that.
Yeah, God. Jude 1 and 15, it says to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly upon all that ungodly deeds which have ungodly committed, and of all that hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
See, the Lord is going to convince you by way of your death. You're going to really realize who Yahawashi is in that day, man. When you can't feed your baby, all right? When you're going outside, scraping up grass, trying to eat it. All right? Because it's going to get to that point, man. You think it's not? You got to remember the Lord has a great wrath prepared for Babylon the Great, America.
That's it. Sword judge.
Going back to what the brother was saying, Luke 11 and 23, it says, he that is not with me is against me. And he that gathereth not with me scattereth. Verse 24, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places.
That's what we see. That dude got spirits heavy on him. Go ahead.
Seeking rest.
Yep.
And findeth none.
Go ahead.
It says, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out.
That dude had, like the brother say, he was once of a sound mind, all right, but he came vehemently against the word, and those curses went out, and those spirits entered into that. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25, it says, and when he cometh, he findeth it swept in garnished. Right? Meaning he didn't have this word, man. You know, he didn't have no foundation, that rock foundation. He was empty.
But the scripture is a scripture, I can't think of it offhand. It talks about how wisdom fills your house. That's the treasures.
How what now?
So wisdom, it fills your house with treasures.
Okay.
Like your house is your mind.
Yeah.
And as long as it's filled with this wisdom, there can't no demons come in and occupy. It's like if you got a house and it's open, see the lights on, nobody gonna come and break in.
Yeah.
But if it's an empty house,
They come.
when the lights out, empty house, then you have a squatter.
That's bad.
So that's the demon. Yeah, squatter. But that's going to the demons. Demons patrol it now. They go and see if your mind, if it's any room to occupy in your head. That's where it starts. They get a plug down the office. Right. Now he got the truth. Well,
It says, verse 26, then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
He completely reprobate.
Like you said, reprobate. The man bore the judgment. Now he walking by the camp spewing out madness, man.
Yeah.
Things that they're not even worried. Now you can tell his reasoning gone.
Yeah.
He ain't got no discernment no more. He
Just
close,
him.
you know.
Yeah.
and I remember he would intentionally, right? He would intercept people coming up to the camp.
Believe it or not, Ed, I remember him too. Shit, I remember.
They bombed him, you know. He vehemently came up against the spirit of Yahawashi. And the Lord brought him back so we can see, man. So they consider, right?
A fearful thing.
Yeah, fearful thing.
It says,
And you can't kick up against the pricks. Can't kick up against the pricks, baby. You got on sandals. You got some open toe sandals kicking up against the pricks.
11 and 26 again. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Other spirit, and that's why you see that guy totally gone, man. Totally.
It says, and they enter in and dwell there.
They ain't nothing. Man. That's that recipe. You see him from time to time, they got band-aids, he been jabbed, inoculated. You see him scrub. He prematurely leave the hospital. Right. He got an IV still in and that's it, you know. The guy was in his right mind. When we first encountered him, he wasn't nothing like that, man. We thought he was like a pastor or some other church, you know.
I'm glad you said it, because I was just going to say, he completely gone because what? He done lost soundness of mind.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything starts with your mind.
It says, I'm gonna read it again. It says, and they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first.
That's not that what we said. The first time we saw him versus now, his last state is far worse. You can't come up against the word, man.
This is Rock 25:13. Give me any plague.
That's it.
But the plague of the heart.
The plague of the mind, man. And that dude is gone. He is totally gone. And that's what we have for any plague but the plague of the mind, man.
That's heavy right there.
You won't be able to get You won't be able to get this truth.
Yeah, just to say, Yahawashi can't dwell within you.
Yeah.
So now you consider the what? Malicious soul now.
You can have any other place. You can have disease. You can have infirmity. Like a lot of people, a lot of entry-level Israelites, they ain't really heavy in this thing. They'll look at you because you played with an illness, and they'll say, something must be wrong. No, man.
He ain't blessed.
He ain't blessed. No, the scripture say the outward man perish. So expect even that. Hey, the Lord might have all type of plagues to rest on you. Certain things not go your way, your shit seem like it's shipwreck at times, like your life. But long as you understand what's going on, that's Isaiah 33:6. God will bring the stability of that time. Because you know what? This is a counsel, but the counsel is played out in your mind. The reason why you here, everybody's here based upon thoughts, man. You know, you are able to listen to and hearken to the reasoning of the Heavenly Father. That's heaven, man.
Yeah.
These people don't understand what's going on up here. We're actually tapped into the thoughts of the one who created your ass.
Yeah.
And the planet Earth and everything in it. But see, so everything can happen to you in this realm. In this realm, you can be all messed up. But here is right here, you know. And that guy lost that, man. There's no way he can stand up here and partake in his counsel.
Can't do it. And I remember him too. So he was right.
That's a heavy point.
It said, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not,
Go ahead.
but though our outward man perish.
And you know what? It says for that this butterfly jump up.
Yeah. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 15. Yeah, 15. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many prevail to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not.
So this is the cause that we faint not. Go ahead. And matter of fact, what are you faint at? In your mind. What is that? That inward agitation? I feel lightheaded. Hey, that's heavy. I feel lightheaded because the treasures and everything been taken away. You empty.
You ain't got your faculty.
There you go. Go ahead.
It says,
real quick. Sirach 2, this is the book of Sirach 2 and 12. Woe unto them, woe be to them for filthful hearts and faint hands. It says, woe be to filthful hearts and faint hands.
So hey, when you get lightheaded or you faint, or you have that inward agitation and it overthrows you, this is the penalty for it. Read it again.
It says, woe be to the filthful hearts and faint
woe means
hands.
what? Massive death and destruction, right? Go ahead.
In the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
Yeah, in the sinner that go up 2 ways, man, because now you ain't single-eyed no more. All right? You all over the place. You toss like a wave to and fro, man. Meaning you don't have any foundation. And it's the foundation, man.
that's it.
It's the foundation that keeps you stable. Go ahead.
It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted,
Yep.
for he believed not.
Yeah, where all that begins, in your mind.
Believe what though?
Yeah, that's true.
Believe in the doctrine.
That's it.
That's it. Because even if you somehow climb over the wall, you struggle to make it over the wall. Well, you still, hey, you might know the name, you still gotta believe the doctrine. You might come up with the name of Yahawashi, and we say, hey, where's Revelation the 13th chapter 16 verse? And if you don't compute it with being with the MOB, then that means that you believe him not, man. Just like Alexander. Even not. Hebrew. Give a damn how much. Hebrew. Come on, man.
You got the whole doctrine down pat, but you left out Hebrew.
That's that one key part. That one key to the motives. Now, you ain't got the motor head, that shit ain't gonna run right.
Hey, that's the one off turn. Like, you driving down the road and there was an alley, a dead alley, and you went past it, Now your whole direction thrown off. You could have made all the right turns, prior to that one miscalculation, man.
I got a precept at the back, brother. Something like that.
Go ahead.
Read it again. Sirach 2 in verse 14. It's like verse 13 again. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
So the Lord is not going to defend you in that day. You have no hope. That's what we have is hope.
This is Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
That strength is small, man. You faint in the day of adversity.
You know what that remind me of? That remind me of the shallow grounds.
Oh man, you gotta go into that. You gotta get that real quick up.
So that's it right now, man. That's the shallow grounds, man.
Yep, you don't have deepness, for the word to settle and accumulate and grow and be cultivated. The Lord to water it and increase it, man. But what is it saying? You shallow. You shallow. Nothing deep about you, That's what I'm saying. That all go back to the scripture.
That's it.
See, it's not just for some guy, man. You have to be special. You have to be elected to come up. Now, you really have to be chosen. See, all the brothers chosen to come up, but then you got to win the race. It's like a tournament. You have people that's chosen to come in, like a raffle. Well, you got to hang in there. You got to hope you win, man. Let's show you how bad this thing is with Yahawah some outside. Everybody not invited.
Yeah.
You got it up.
This say Matthew 13, verse 5. Some fell upon stony places.
Start all that. Get all that right there.
It is St. Matthew 13 and 1. The same day went Yahawashi out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him.
And that's happening now. All right. The internet, the people, brothers are being gathered. Yep, go ahead.
So that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow.
What can I say too? That lets you know that's Adam. Remember, Adam had to till the ground. Well, you know, come back to that break. He had to work from the sweat of his brother. That's why Yahawashi came back with that spirit on him. He said, look, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me. That go back to Adam, man. He had to grind and work from the sweat of his brow. That's good, Adam.
You read verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Hey, that seed is what? Somebody talking about the truth.
It says, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
When he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside. Meaning what? Them seeds didn't even get a chance to what? Take root in no type of ground. Go ahead.
And the fowls came and devoured them up.
And the fowls came and devoured them up. Perfect example when we have somebody coming up, you know, to the camp or whatever, you know, and we speaking the truth, all right. And then just when you think that they finna get it, a foul come up, you know what I'm saying, and what the scripture said,
and devoured them up.
Yeah, and that's what spiritual being saved working through a physical counterpart, man. Just when it seems like they're finna get it, all right, a bird come and pluck that seed up before it even takes root, man. Go ahead.
Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth.
Because they had no deepness of earth. Then what? They couldn't get it. It wasn't meant for them to understand the truth.
Can you read that one more time?
It says some fell upon stony places.
Yeah, and them stony places, like the brother was saying, you know, they had dirt because the seed got to fall and take root. But like I said, they were shallow. Just like Apostle Howard was saying, you want to take a Christian into deep water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, they shallow, man. Spiritually, man. All right, so those that the seed fell on what? Stony ground. Go ahead.
It says, some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up.
Yeah, so you know, hey, you happy you
It's plain to those who have understanding. Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay, hold it. Yeah, get that. I think it's 39, 24. Yeah, get that real quick. We're gonna work out of that.
Sirach 39, verse 24, as his ways are plain unto the holy.
See, this is plain to the holy. This is foreign to the defiled. You know, the masses of the people marvel at this set. These guys out in the sun, or these guys out in the rain, these guys out in the snow up top. You know? Heat back out again. Right? That's something that the marvel at, but it's plain to the believer. See, go ahead.
Yep. Sirach 39, 24, as his ways are plain unto the holy,
go ahead.
So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Right, so you're gonna stumble at this approach. Okay? Once you ear hustle this teaching, right? And then it's settled in, you're gonna stumble at it. Okay? And even just the physical, you know, at first glance when you see us. That's 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. Where the Lord set us up as a spectacle, man. There's been a spectacle to the people, even unto angels. All right, that was it. All right, go ahead.
God, it's the book of Proverbs 8 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
All the words of my mouth are in righteousness.
Yep.
There is nothing forward or perverse in them.
Go ahead.
They are all plain to
They
him.
are all what?
All plain to him that understandeth.
That understanding, man. Yeah. See, these words are all plain to those who understand. Go ahead.
And right to them that find knowledge.
And it's right to those who find knowledge. Versus the masses of you people. You know, you're going to find fault with this. You know, like, if you're not familiar with something, then you become offended in it. You know, human nature is to grasp and hold fast to familiarity. See? So this came from left field on you people, man. That new song. And only with the elect will be able to dance to. See? All right? All right, come on.
It's Proverbs 15, verse 26. It says, the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words.
Yeah, read it again.
It says the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words.
Yeah, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. This saturates our soul. Somebody get that? What's that? Jeremiah 31, 45. See, we was all, man, look, man, all of us, each and every one of us, man, nothing we boast in, man. We was all weary out here, man, looking for answers. We were looking for relief. But Yahawah shine, the soul of mercy, open this up to us. That's Revelation, the 5th chapter. All right, to lock into this book, being able to tap into it, that's equivalent to finding a well in the desert, you know, with the best water, the clearest water, you know, nothing defiled. Yeah, man. Oh, that's in the book of Proverbs. What's that? The 5th chapter. Drink out of thine own cistern, and that water shall be dispersed in the streets. Matter of fact, you can hold that. Let's say Proverbs 5:15. All right, come on.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 25.
Yep.
For I have satiated the weary soul.
I have satiated the weary soul. Every so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you weary, man, in your mind. See, you can't flatter us. As I just said, I don't care if you got the nicest chain, nice car. We know that you people miserable, man. Because you have not been comforted by the words of Yahawah Shah. See, this is just a big show, man. America, Babylon the Great. Oh, which, by the way, that word Babylon translates to confusion. That's why you got emojis now with men depicted as being pregnant, man. This devil got to go, man. Go ahead, man. And you got a simple American that have come up against us, and their dreams and aspirations, by the way, is to go to school and become a computer programmer or some wild shit. Meanwhile, you're going to suck up chemtrails and eat GMOs. And just wait, you're going to be annihilated too. Go ahead. You know what that's going to Yeah, the time of annihilation. Jeremiah. Your feet going to become a smoke sausage. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 31 and 25. For I have satiated the weary soul.
Right, and this is where the believers come in at, man. All right, the Lord in the soul of mercy has saturated. When you go into that word saturated, it goes to saturated. Somebody give me that in Isaiah 43 real quick. I think it's Isaiah 43 and started like 18.
It's the book of Isaiah 43, verse 18. It says, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing.
Yep, the Lord said he would do a new thing. It goes into that new song. Okay, go ahead.
Now,
when you go into that, the idea of something new, it's pretty much revived, refreshed overall for the most part. Similar to finding a great treasure, digging it up, dusting it off, and presenting it. That's what happened here, man. Go ahead.
Now it shall spring forth.
Now it shall spring forth. Go ahead.
Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness.
Right. This is the wilderness, a place destitute of life, man. Why the hell did you go here in America to get life, man? Everything leads to death. Okay? The restaurant you got to go to is leading to death. Go ahead,
It says in rivers in the desert.
That date you got, let's go leave the devil. See, read that again,
It says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness, and rivers in the desert.
The Lord said he will make rivers in the desert, man. Like these different YouTube channels from which you drink, those are those rivers. That's Yahawah Shah extending peace to his people and showing mercy. Go ahead,
Isaiah chapter 35, verse 6. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out.
That's it. In the wilderness shall waters break out, man. Okay, what that remind you of? St. John the 7th chapter. Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters, man. Okay, that's why Yahawah made the statement. Hold that. Isaiah 55. You got that? Matter of fact, get it real quick. We're going to go back. Isaiah 55 and 1.
Because it's the book of Isaiah 55 and verse 1. it says, "Oh, everyone that thirsteth."
Right, everyone that thirsted, and our people is thirsting, man. You looking for relief. You can't tell me you got it all figured out. You looking for relief, man. Like we all was. So everyone that's thirsty, go ahead.
Come ye to the waters,
Come ye where?
to the waters,
To the water. Go ahead.
and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money
Yep, go ahead.
and without price.
Yep, continue.
Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread?
Right, and bread, when you consider bread, bread fills you up. Bread satisfies you. So our people are spending money for that which is not bread. All right, whether it's them enrolling in an institution or university, you know, paying tuition, you spending money for that which is not going to satisfy you. Or you make investments in certain lucrative, what you might consider to be lucrative outlets. And that shit ain't gonna lead you nowhere. Nigga got all these niggas who have these chicken spots and shit. A lot of them, they ran out of, they fell out of business. The crime took them out, man. Like the middle, what you call it, middle business, middle class, yeah. They fell out, man. Mom and pop type business. So you spent bread on things that wasn't going to satisfy you. And even if it is still operating, it don't satisfy you. Yeah, they looking over their shoulder. Niggas do like you got economical.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers adjusting their glasses and shit, doing their taxes. Oh yeah, come on.
That word satiate in Merriam-Webster, it says to satisfy fully.
Woo! To satisfy fully, go ahead.
To excess.
To excess. To excess. Now, when you go into that word saturated in the Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it goes into drink, like after you working or something. Look up this. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, this is Sirach chapter 24 and 29. For her thoughts are more than the sea, and her counsels profounder than the great deep.
Yeah, because those are waters. These waters here are more profound than the sea.
Excess.
Excess, yeah, because you know what? You have been laboring. See, the legacy behind our people is captivity. Your uncle, he might have third grade education, but I bet he can associate his line for being a slave. You all know he was a slave.
Yeah.
It resonates with you when you watch 12 Years a Slave. You can't tell me it don't, right? So the truth, the Bible in its veracity, right? It gives comfort to the believers of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Now, don't give a damn what kind of job you got, what type of paperwork you got in the form of a degree, bachelor's degree. I guarantee you're not comfortable. Give me that in Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter. You got something? Yeah, come on. Give me Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter. Read loud.
This is Proverbs 3 and 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
Woo! Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. That's everybody.
And the man that getteth understanding.
Yeah, because hey, everybody was searching for relief. Even if you were searching for it in the form of being the next big rap star or developing a wicked jump shot so you can be the next, NBA star. You was looking for relief, but you didn't find it. Only ones who are going to be happy and content is those who find wisdom. Go ahead.
It's 14. For the merchandise of it, it is better than the merchandise of silver.
Yeah.
And the gain thereof than fine gold.
Hey, because the gain is what? Everything. In the kingdom, we're going to have everything at our disposal. So no form of money, resources, whether it's oil, diamonds, gold, livestock, weapons, we can be damn women, man. Whatever somebody might, anything you might deem to be perceived, or perceived or deemed as wealth. Man, it pales in comparison to this truth, man. Guaranteed. Go ahead.
15. She is more precious than rubies.
Yes, she is more precious than rubies. That she is wisdom. Go ahead.
And all the things thou canst desire.
See, just like I mentioned, all the things that thou canst desire, people desire all types of shit. They teach that. You motherfucker got a video title, How to Be a Good Father in Israel. Some crazy shit, man. Now, yeah, you're gonna, well, what Yahawashi said? Yahawashi said be ready to give up everybody. And that's the scriptures. See, Jake want to infuse what they want to infuse to live a comfortable Israelite life. This thing, you got to be ready to be uncomfortable, man. Read that again. Let's see what the Apostle Paul said.
Philippians 3:8. Yet doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach, Yahawashi, my Lord.
The knowledge of Yahawashi, okay? Because this is what leads to eternal life. Go ahead,
For whom I have suffered the loss of all things.
See, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things. Now, each individual has a threshold of pain. That's why this is a body. Your knee, when you bump your knee, it don't feel the same when you bump your elbow. That goes into each and every member. So the Lord ain't gonna put on you, but you can't help it. There's certain brothers that can't function without their family. So if they're part of the elect, the Lord's gonna have their family up. But if other brothers who can function without their family, the Lord will have to take, So it's a different threshold of pain. Nevertheless, the Apostle Paul having a great lot, right? He suffered loss of all things. Read that again.
For whom I have suffered the loss of all things.
Yeah, go ahead.
And do count them but dung.
Yeah, if you go into that word dung, it literally means shit or waste. Paul said he count everything but dung. Go ahead.
That I may win Hamashiach.
That I might win Yahawashi, man. Because the very essence of Yahawashi is salvation, life, rulership, and pleasure. Okay? So we count everything done to win Yahawashi. That's it. That's why Yahawashi said, whoever don't lay down everything else, take up their cross and follow me. That statement right there is a very heavy statement. It shows you the royalty of Yahawashi. You tell somebody like, man, if you don't come with me, man, boom, you ain't, you ain't got shit. That's King's language. Yahawashi laid it out. If you don't put down everything and follow me, man, you finished, man. Go ahead.
God, this is Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken
now we're going into the kingdom, the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what we're going into. That's why we out here. See, but you're going to find out our doctrine on the scriptures only make sense with our doctrine. We're going to see that. Read that again.
It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
We have forsaken all and followed thee. Go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
See that? That's bad. Because right there, it shows you like, if you invest with somebody, you sitting at the table, you talking business. See? We're not wrong for saying we want to rule. Because even the Lord said it's his good pleasure to give us the kingdom. So we can rule over our enemies, man. Right. See, the reason why these devils can get off, they get their rocks off, because they got us in subjection. Go ahead,
Then Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right, so we're going to have rulership. Hey, look up, Echo down. Yeah, go ahead.
Come read it again. This is Matthew 19:28. And Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones. It says, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yep, so that's the reward. Peter inquired of what we will have for this labor. Okay? Yahawashi responded. Yahawashi didn't get mad. Yahawashi said, why are you coming in? He said, no, look, man. You're going to have the rulership. You're going to sit on the seat of power. You're going to occupy the seat of power, man. You're going to occupy the throne. Okay, you got something?
It's Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
Read that one more time, Mike.
Then Yahawashi said unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
Let him deny himself, man. Nothing comes before Yahawashi. Now again, Yahawashi in his infinite wisdom, again, he's not going to put nothing on you that's going to break you. All right, your cross is not going to be to the point that you can't bear it if you're a part of the elect. Now, if you just somebody snuck in unaware, you know what's going to happen? That stone going to get heavy on you. You might pull a brother to the side, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it was a guy in New York. The guy said he's trying to find himself. I got to find myself. That's what happens if you're not meant for it, right? But if you was called and you was meant to endure to the end, man, you ready to give up everything for your house.
Straight way.
Yep, go ahead.
It says,
I'll hold that real quick.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Right, and that concludes everybody. Because it's people outside the truth that's going through hell, man. So that's the Lord really putting the mirror up in your face. You got some brothers out there that really think it's about them. They might come to you, oh, Pastor Rumla was going to that. You got to be careful going to brothers with every little fucking problem. Because brothers got problems too, man. Might not be the problems you got, but they got problems. Because the goddamn back might be hurt, man. Good.
It says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah, so the Lord's not going to put something on that you can't bear, man. Okay?
But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape.
And we all can testify to that. You had a situation that looked at bleak. Then all of a sudden the Lord had a way out. You got out of that situation. Come on.
That ye may be able to bear it.
That you may be able to bear it. And that's that cross. See, nobody ever said it was going to be easy, man. Hey, just coming out here week in and week out is a part of bearing the cross. All right, come on.
it says, Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahawashi to his disciples, if any man will come up after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever would save his life shall lose it.
Woo! Whosoever, and that goes into liquor for relief. And we know we had a brother in the camp. Y'all remember? He found his life. He found a good job. That nigga trying to operate a forklift. That man in the truth, man.
On the ground.
Yeah, that was the one that I was thinking about. Talking about. You found your life. Okay. God said, okay, there you have it. Have at it. Right? Go ahead.
It says, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake
That's it.
shall find it.
Yeah, because you have brothers that was aspiring to be rappers, football players, whatever. Okay? And they walked away from that so they could perform the services of Yahawashi. And that's honorable in the eyes of the Lord, man. See? Hey, that's second. Matter of fact, hold that. Second Ezra 2, you already know, man. You got that?
I got something. It's Matthew 11.
And Lord will, you'll be comforted by this, man. See, because what you got to also understand that this is not in vain. That's one of the things that comes with being in the truth. You don't want to be in, Apostle Paul said that, not being that one that beat up the air. You want to make sure what you're involved in, you got to know what you're involved in, man. Go ahead.
God,
you
man.
just wishful thinking. Just hoping that, hoping brother's right.
Matthew 11 and 20.
Oh, just say that. You say that. You know, niggas sitting in the back, man. I hope. Right, checking your catch up.
Matthew 11 and 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor.
Beautiful. Read that again.
Come unto me, all ye that labor.
Right, because you have to work. You got to toil. You know, when you go into the scriptures, that's toil. Healing back is like digging. You know, when you sit, because Jake got a short attention span. We all do. When you sit through these lessons, man, that's laboring. What?
And are heavy laden.
They are heavy laden. That means the ills of this world, the pressures. You know, you have thoughts. Okay, hey, thoughts in your mind too, man. Like we said, this is an ultimate mental game. Reading the Bible all day, man, that kill you too. Yeah, too much. Why the struggle? You overdo it. When you come into that, you can't get all like you got to. It's temperance. Scripture speaks about drinking and temperance. That's talking about this too for real. They find you a skeleton with a garment on with a skeleton with a pocket in your hand.
It says,
your phone on the blue letter. Word.
come on.
I've been looking at you in the basement.
It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden,
Go ahead.
and I will give you rest.
And I will what?
I will give you
I will
rest.
give you rest. Go ahead.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
And what?
And learn of me.
Yeah, because this is the comfort. Matter of fact, hold that. Let me Ecclesiastes 4 real quick. Start at the top. Because see, our people, they are not going to ever have rest, man. Hey, the Lord promised that. The Lord said they should never enter into my rest. Go ahead,
Ecclesiastes 4:1. So I returned and considered all the oppression that I done unto the son.
Yep. Go ahead.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed,
Right, the tears of such that were oppressed is talking about you Israelites. Go ahead.
and they had no
And
comfort.
they had what?
No comfort.
They had no comforter, man. Go ahead.
And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comfort.
See that? So our people had no comforter, man. Okay? And to this very day, they don't have any comfort. Which we know the comfort is only found within the understanding of the scripture. All right, go ahead.
God, it says Matthew 11:29, take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
Right, and that yoke, that's becoming a prison of hope. Give me real quick, what's that? Because it seems like this is, hey, because when you in this truth, really you're on luck. And that's what happens, because when you marry to, see, the modern world teaches a woman that they have liberty. But really in the ancient world, you're property, man. Under your man, and your man do as he please with you. Now let's say if you got a woman, that's a woman, you don't let her go nowhere. She gotta operate in the house. That's what we do. Not we serving in the house. Our business is in the house, man. And the Lord got us on lockdown. You know, you hear the saying, you handcuffing that brother. You supposed to handcuff him. I show you, man, I can't wait till the Lord destroy you niggas, man. They actually started that saying. You handcuffing us. Like that's wrong. That's my wrong, man. I'm so down to go out with you and kick it, man. I'm a sucker to you. That's why, man. But what the Lord did with us, he's like, hey, if you got a bad woman, what you gonna do? You gonna say, you know what? You ain't gotta work. You gonna be in the house with me. I want your attention. Go ahead, give me what you got.
God, this the good Ecclesiastes.
And once you show that you faithful, then he's gonna reward you. Good.
Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 6. I started at verse 22. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto me.
Right, as we was touching on, man. You can come up like you have, we done seen a lot. People come up and they're inquire, but it's not manifest to them. Go ahead.
It says, give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel.
That's it, man. Who you think Yahawashi gonna materialize in your bedroom and break it down? You set up men to do that. Oh, materialize, go on there. Hey, you got your students. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and put thy feet into her fetters.
And what?
Put thy feet into her fetters.
Right, you on lockdown now. We don't have the liberty to do what we used to do. We are servants now, man. See, read that again.
And put thy feet into her fetters.
See, and that's why Yahawashi said, put that yoke on your neck. Lord said, put that yoke. Hey, this is the real Emancipation Proclamation. Going to that term, it means to transfer slaves from one master to another. That's it. So we have been translated from Esau, now we under Yahawashi. Go ahead.
It says, and thy neck into her chain.
See, and thy neck into her chain. Same thing Yahawashi said. See, we can't do what we used to do now. You can't just commit adultery and no crazy shit. Go ahead.
It says, bow down thy shoulders and bear her.
Bow down thy shoulders and bear her, man. And that goes into humility. Because the biggest form of humility is really hearkening to another man. Really, when you think about it. Humility ain't just looking humble and bulk up. No, that scripture's talking about that. Matter of fact, let's get that. Give me Ecclesiastes 19. Because the world. You watching the video, sell them all. You watching for real? Man, I'm watching the video, sell them all, man. Yeah, the world's view of humility doesn't apply to the scriptures. Give me what you got. 26, I think.
Yeah, this is the book of Sirach 19, verse 26. There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly.
Right, so you come around, you got your head hanging down. Go ahead.
But inwardly,
meaning in your mind, go ahead.
He is full of deceit.
You're full of deceit. So the Lord ain't looking at the outward man. See, just a simple guy can be taken by that. You got to come up and act it out now. You got trouble for it. You're there some kind of way. Because you was taken by him. You thought that him and his appearance outwardly cemented his humility. No, humility is in the mind. That's in the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter, where it gives you the qualities of the elect. One of the qualities is humbleness of mind, meaning that you're willing to be taught by another man. See, being a man, you have an ego. You know? And it's hard to hear something from somebody else who in the same condition as you.
Yeah.
All right, you got something?
Yeah, real quick. This is Sirach 6.
That's why the Lord said, matter of fact, you got it. Go ahead. I believe you got it, right?
Because Sirach 6, verse 33, it says, if thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding.
It's another one I want to. Yeah, give me 4:2. Yeah, read that though. That's good.
It says, and if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
If thou bow thine ear, that don't mean you walk into the camp. No, bow thine ear means you humble yourself. Okay? Go ahead. Is it 4 and 8?
Yeah, Sirach 4 and 8. Let it not grieve thee to bow down thine ear to the poor.
To the poor, a person in the same condition as you. Because that's offensive. How about the poor telling you what to do? That's the way the Lord set it up, so he can sift if you sincere or not. Because really your focus should just be getting the truth. It don't matter who delivers the message. Right? Go ahead.
It said, let it not grieve thee to bow down thine ear to the poor.
Go ahead.
And give him a friendly answer with meekness.
You have to read the next verse.
God. It says, deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment.
Right. Go ahead.
Be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto their mother, so thou shalt be as the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doeth.
Woo! That point. Hey. That's bad. It says the book of Acts, going back to what the brother was saying, a perfect example of being clothed with humility. Book of Acts, chapter 8 and 28, it says, matter of fact, we'll start at 29. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to this chariot. Verse 30, and Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? Right. So Philip, he ran up to this Israelite, right? And he asked him, do you understand what you read? And mind you, he was going to the prophecy. Read the prophecy. But it says, and he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? Except some man shall guide me. That's bad, right? So this is how you're going to get to Yahawashi, by listening to his men, which in turn will propel you to the Most High. And that's in Luke 10 chapter 16. Right, it says that he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. Yeah, so that got to be your desire. See, your desire is to get taught, to be fed. No matter who the one serving, who care who bringing the plate. Better eat. That's what I'm on.
Sirach, chapter 8, verse 8, despise not the discourse of the wise. Acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for them thou shalt.
Oh, that's just like becoming a friend. You get acquainted. You better get acquainted with these proverbs. You better get to know these sayings, man. Read that again.
Sirach 8 and 8, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs.
Yep, go ahead.
For of them thou shalt learn instruction.
Yep, because of them, you're going to learn instruction, man. All right? You got more on that?
Yeah.
Huh?
It says, how to serve great men with ease.
Woo, and how to serve great men with ease. That word great ain't enough. Listen. You don't see, you know what I mean? But now you're going to find it, but they're going to be daggers, cut those. Go ahead.
God, this
Associated with it. Go ahead.
Sirach 4 and verse 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation.
Right. Get thyself the love of the congregation. What's the love? It's truth. So the Lord encourages you to get the love of the congregation. What's the congregation? It's gathered. So you ought to get the love of Yahawashi. Right? Go ahead.
And bow thy head to a great man.
See, and bow thy head to a great man. That's how you humble yourself in the mind. You bow your head. Go ahead, huh?
It's 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
Yep, submit yourselves to the elder, man. Go ahead.
Yea, all of you be subject one to another.
Woo, all of you be subject one to another, man. Go ahead.
And be clothed with humility.
And be clothed with humility. That's, again, we know what real humility is. Because you got certain people that's soft-spoken. And they're not combative. You know, they might be humble in their approach. Like Terrence. According to the world standards, if we was basic, Terrence wasn't really a combative guy.
Yeah.
But what did that benefit him if he didn't hearken to the teaching? Well,
it said, for the Most High resisteth the proud.
that's right, and that's why you see the spirit on us. If you try to come up against us, we send you out of here. There was a time where it seemed like every week we put curses on people. That's the Lord resisting the proud. Go ahead.
For the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble.
Right, and what's that grace? That's the truth. Okay? All right, you got something? Let's start with the truth. Go ahead, read loud.
Psalm 41, verse 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor.
What?
The Lord will deliver him in time of trouble.
Right, see, and that's the reward that comes with considering the poor. Hey, that was Noah too. And let's say if they were to consider Noah and consider his teachers. Let's say if they were to consider Jonah in the time of Nineveh. What would have happened? They would have been delivered. Yep, that was it on that. Oh, Lot. Yeah, oh, they consider Lot. They wanted to pop the angle. And there was some crazy Hamites.
Okay, Sirach 6 and verse 36. If thou seest a man of understanding, get beat times unto him.
Right. Yeah, subscribe to him. Go ahead.
And let thy foot wear the steps of his doors.
Yeah, wear the steps of his doors, man. Yeah, that means you cuss. Yeah, but that's still, yeah. And it's a heavy overtone to that. That means you sit in the seat of a student.
Yeah.
We all had to do that, man. Like we was on the coming board to the Apostle 10, man. Going back and forth with the Apostle, we would eat, man. And the different men who the Lord set up for us to learn from. Well, real quick, when you eat, say what you do. Keep quiet. Yeah. Well, it's a certain form of etiquette. Yeah, well, that's that smacking. If you look up that word, I don't go there. That's not etiquette. Here it is, you stepping and saying something, but you know what? That's smacking at the table, man. Spanking your hand. You reaching over for the cornbread and shit. That don't apply over here, man. Hey, that's Proverbs the 9th chapter. The Lord set up servants. We come out and we serve you. And you sit down and you eat. You have something?
Yes, sir.
Come on, read it out.
More meat on that. Psalm 41, verse 2. The Lord will preserve him and shall keep him alive.
Woo! Well, what's that? Proverbs. Wisdom is a preserver. Yeah, man. And that's the product of, motherfucker senior from
That was fun.
that's the results. Motherfucker put a bowl of cereal in front of you. That's what you're gonna get, man. See? Go ahead.
And he shall be blessed upon the earth.
Yep, he's gonna be blessed upon the earth. Really blessed it goes into living. There's about the scripture speaks about habitation, the land shall be inhabited. That's the blessings, man. To live. Why you think the overtone of the message is life? So those who want to be blessed is going to have life. Now, you might have a brother that died in the truth. Brothers that died in great millstones. I was just talking about the brother in Vegas. I ain't found that out face to face. That brother, he died. It's brothers that died in the truth. That's a part of it too. You better be careful with that too. Niggas say, man, he died. And that man come back on the chariot. Oh, the brother in Trinidad, he died. And not to mention our father, our spiritual fathers, Abba Bibin. But the overtone is life. They still gonna live. That's why the scripture say we would not prevent. That's good. We would not prevent those who died. Different chambers. All right, go ahead. Come on.
It's James 5 and verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction.
Yep, that's right. You just pick one. Most notable, Job. Job really symbolizes the elect. That's why when you read the last chapter, it tell you how Job received, and that links up with Matthew the 19th chapter. Those who have lost family, land, will receive 100-fold.
It says, who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard the patience of Job.
See, that's the spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
And have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful.
Come on, man. Yahawashi outside is gonna just stick at him, man. I mean, you know, it's just something that sometimes you get vexed, you know. Like, check. Ride around to the farm over. And hit the truck now. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it on that. Yeah, we count them happy with you, Bill. You know what I'm saying? As the brother was speaking on. All right, the brothers that fell to ailments and also passed away in the truth. Hey, they endured to the end. You know, they died in the faith, man. All right, and like I said, they're gonna come back. Lord will on them chariots, man. And just think that he'll have the life of y'all in his hands, man, through Yahawashi, man. You don't want to count that, you know.
You gotta count him happy.
You gotta count him happy.
Because the end of his scene in the movie, the Lord wanted him. Oh, the scripture speaks about that. Those dying, you know. Well, matter of fact, you got that. You got that. Yeah, get that real quick. Because there's different aspects of the truth, you know, and that shows you that the Lord's ways are past your ways, you know. What the scripture say they count their life, their death to be, get that, what's the Solomon 2? Oh, 5. No, 5. They count their departing. Yep. Then somebody can get that since the passing away of the Father.
Wisdom of Solomon 3, it says Wisdom of Solomon 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them.
Souls of the Most High are well in the hands of the
it says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them.
Yahawashi. The hand of the Lord is Yahawashi. That's why Yahawashi said he that endures the mind in this here.
Shall no torment touch them.
Shall no torment touch them. We're going to go into it right here in 1 Thessalonians 4:13. It says, but I will have you to be like, I would not have you to be ignorant, brothers, concerning them which are asleep, which is the souls. All right, it says, in sleep, you know, they call it in the world dead. But Yahawashi says she's not dead, she's just asleep. So it says that ye sorrow not even as others which have no hope. Because those that have no hope, all right, meaning what? They don't have no hope in this one thing. They thinking that you, just die, they're thinking you just die and go to some place under the ground. It says, verse 14, for if we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahawashi will the Most High bring with him. All right, so those that what? Have died in his faith, like the brother was saying, you know, the apostles, all right? We all know one example, Stephen or Stephen, and all the way down to the modern times, what? Rabbi Abba Bibbas, High Priest Rabbi Abba Bibbas. Those are the ones that are asleep, all right? The righteous that are asleep in the Most High. It says, for if we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even them also which sleep in Yahawashi will the Most High bring with him. Verse 15.
Them heavy men. Them heavy men. The men that die in this truth, them very heavy men. Because they're going to come back with Yahawashi. Imagine that. You waiting on Yahawashi,
Verse 15, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain, which is what? That translates to the elect. St. Matthew the 24th chapter, he that endureth unto the end, which is the remnant. All right? It says, unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Right? That's it.
That's the word of the Lord. That's God. You need to put yourself in it. Right. True. Again, you try to recreate the Bible to fit a nigga.
And that word prevent goes into what? Come before.
Yeah, to come before, yeah.
So it says of the Lord.
So that goes into rank too.
Right, that's beautiful.
You know?
Beautiful.
So the Lord, these men that died in the faith, you know, you have to show respect. Right? Respect. Okay? Now if it's a nigga like Sakari or something. What?
It says, verse 16, for the Lord
let's
himself.
repent. All right, we got to throw that out there. You see repent, but we don't see you repent because we've been dealing with you for years now, man. It's the same old thing. Ultimately, always come up against Yahawashi. You always make your way back around and you show no respect for Yahawashi.
Well, it says, for the Lord himself shall descend. Hey, when you go back to the book of Acts, first chapter, say he ascended. Yeah. Same way he ascended, the same way he gonna descend, which is upon a chariot. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from
heaven. That's why scripture say, so like whomever this stone shall fall upon, it shall grind them to powder. Yep. Outside coming from the heavens, man, it's gonna be cold.
It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel. We'll get that shout real quick.
Revelation 18 and verse 4.
This is the shout that the scriptures are speaking of. This is the voice of the archangel. Go ahead,
and I heard another voice from heaven saying,
I'll say it's going. Ooh. Go ahead, read it again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Yeah, and that's going to be to who? Those that remain. All right? The Most High is going to allow Yahawashi to bring those that already have accomplished that feat. Reach perfection. Go ahead. But those that remain, all right, he's going to tell them what?
It says, come out of her, my people.
The her is a mirror. Come out of her, my people. Okay, we all know everybody on this sign is the people of the Lord, but this is talking about the elect. So everybody right now is not within the courts, within the temple, man. All right, they filthy things to the Most High. Why? Because he deprived them of understanding. Therefore, they can't receive this coming out of her, or which is that? That's the chariots coming and beaming the elect up. Come out of her. You know, go ahead.
It says, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, that's ultimately the thermonuclear missiles and those concentrated beams of fire coming from the fathership, all right, and the rest of the host of heaven, which are the chariots, you know, that's going to be flown by the what? The angels. Yeah. But it says, since we know what that great shout is, it says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, the destruction of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. What? Meaning what? We're not going to prevent them. They're going to get risen first. They're going to what? Get those new bodies first. It says, then, after they get risen, then we, which are alive and remain, those that endure unto the end, the remnant, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. Who's the them? Those that already have died in the faith. What's the clouds? The chariots, the vehicles of the elect salvation. It says to meet the Lord in the air of your salvation. We always bring up Isaiah 31:5, as birds flying. It says to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Meaning that's a part of the doctrine. Everlasting life and then being up in spaceships. How you gonna comfort somebody out who ain't built like that? You can't tell just some nigga in the world, you know, that UFOs, so-called UFOs gonna be your way out of here. Get your ticket out of this bad. You gotta comfort one another with these words. Okay? And that was it? All right, come on.
It was one more verse.
Okay, go.
I mean, one more sentence to the verse.
Okay, you got it, bro.
And it's like the last line to the verse of the song.
Okay.
The song.
You got it.
Am I right?
No, you got it, bro.
It was talking about hearkening into the poor man, you know, about being delivered out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the last sentence to that line said, and thou will not deliver him unto the will of his enemies.
Oh, man, that's bad. That's bad. We know what the will of our enemies are, to exterminate us, depopulate us. The Lord is not going to give us over to his teeth. That's in Psalm 124 too. We will not be given over to that wild beast we saw. All right, come on. Anybody got something on us? All right, so let's go back to St. John, Secret 34.
John, this book of St. John, chapter 4, verse 14. It reads, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him
Right, so whoever digests this water
shall never thirst again.
shall never thirst again. Meaning we're going to have pleasures evermore. You'll never have no more really questions. Yeah, you're going to have questions technically, but you know, you're going to be comforted. Okay? We understand the end of the movie. You saw the movie play out, you ain't got to ask nobody a question. You know when the boogeyman going to jump out. Somebody else who haven't seen the movie, when the boogeyman jump out, they're going to be taken. Versus those who've seen the movie play out. Go ahead,
It reads, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life.
See, this is a process. You get this word, which we went into the idea of a seed. Once you get this word, it's going to manifest into everlasting life. Okay, not the perspective of Christian. Okay, of a Christian. You a Christian?
I'm a Southern Baptist, baby.
Southern Baptist Christian, baby.
Born and raised, baptized, 12 years old.
Oh, 12 years. You're born again. 12 years. What's your take on everlasting life? Just from the mind.
On everlasting life, treat one person like you need to be treated like God will treat us. Amen.
See, that's why.
I've been in the mission. I've been in
See, Christianity.
the army. I've been to I know about Christ. You respect the beauty that God created. Look, dude, you respect the beauty God created and respect it in a visual way that you take into your own heart and love.
It's the beauty God created.
I'm leaving you now.
How you like your steak? How you like your steak?
What?
How you like your steak?
What?
How you like your steak?
My state, I love Alabama, but I pour Auburn. I love Alabama, but I pour Auburn. I like blue and orange. The sunrise is blue and orange.
He said steak. Hey, he said steak. How you like your steak cooked?
Your meat steak.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Alabama and orange. Oh, okay. I like ribeye.
I mean, how you like it cooked?
How you like it cooked?
I air fry and I barbecue them on a 3-foot grill.
How you like it well done? Medium round?
Medium. I'm a medium guy.
Yahawashi gonna cook that.
Hey, dude, I'm left-handed. You know what? I'm left-handed. Hey, all of a sudden, I've been to the South Lake Long.
We'll say left-handed.
Look.
Hey, come on, man.
It is.
Where's coming south, say?
Revelation chapter 7, verse 16. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst anymore. Neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat.
They come and been jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Now, this is Revelation 7:16. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst anymore.
Right. So we're not gonna be looking for any more. Again, looking for answers. You know, the Lord have comforted us now, right? And that's going to morph into everlasting life.
That's it.
You know, somebody might say, I'm eating. This guy eat. Jake apply that to living good. Oh, he eat. So that's going to be in the kingdom. We're not going to hunger anymore. You're going to have your own land, you know, your own jurisdiction. You're a part of that governing body, especially those who are destined to be joint heirs with our Lord Yahawashi. There's a vast future ahead of us. And the Lord is really giving us a pep talk.
That's it.
He's telling us that our investment is going to be made good. Don't fret not. Everything's going to come through. Go ahead.
Now, it says, neither thirst anymore, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat.
Yeah, that means that's discomfort. You know, we're going to be shaded. We're going to be protected. We're going to be comforted. Go ahead.
Verse 17, Revelation 7:17, for the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them.
Right, and that's what's happening now. Go ahead.
And shall lead them unto living fountains of water.
And that's what the Lord did. And that links up with Romans 8:14. Many as led by the Spirit, these are the sons of the Most High. Meaning what? Now you qualify to become joint heirs to this inheritance. Okay? All right, come on.
And it often says, and the Most High shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes.
And those tears is dealing with the Israelites, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Okay? God's going to give us relief once more. When I say once more, you know, it goes back to King Solomon's reign, where we experience peace.
Now, and those tears going to be wiped away are the ones who's crying, not the ones who's not sighing and crying. Right, for the abomination that's done in the midst. So you got it's a clause in the contract. You can be on this side, but you got to be chosen. Man, the Lord got to bring you to this to His Father.
That's a good point. I got precepts. Because that's right. It starts with us, but eventually all Israel will benefit from it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, they're gonna come back through the loins of the elect.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 15:3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness.
Yep. To know thee. That goes into knowing the scriptures, man. Properly understanding the scriptures. Read that again, huh?
Wisdom of Solomon 15:3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness.
It's perfect righteousness.
Woo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, to know thy power is the root of immortality.
Come on. Come on. And that goes into that seed. Because the root, it starts with the root, and everything builds off of the root. You know? Yes, of course.
This the book of Revelation, chapter 14:4. These are they which are not defiled with the woman,
beautiful.
For they are.
And that woman is what? Those other philosophies. Any ideas, and really it starts with America and whatever America has to offer. We haven't been taken by none of that, man. In fact, we disrespectfully decline. Now you have to we disrespectfully decline. Devil in your advantage. Go ahead.
These are they which are not defiled with the woman, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb.
That's it.
Whithersoever he goes.
And that Lamb, the overtone of it is these teachers, man. You know it's Yahawashi, but it goes deep. It goes into his words. See? Go ahead.
These were redeemed from among men.
These were redeemed from among men. That's beautiful, man. Because like the brother, like Yahawashi just mentioned, you have Israelites, you have those who want to be taken from Israel, going to be redeemed from out of Israel. Right. That's why the scripture said the Lord's going to take two from a city and two from a family and one from a city or something like that.
Election of the selection.
That's it. Yep. A nation within a nation. Right. Go ahead.
Being the first fruit unto God and to the Lamb.
Yeah, I mean that's Ephesians, the first chapter. Which when you go into the law, the first fruit, the first one to break the womb, God says that's mine. Okay? That's the king talking. And it's like you're paying your tax. You know, like you're paying tributary to the king. He ain't gonna say just give me whatever you know, give me the best of your crops. Go ahead.
Romans 8 and verse 1. There is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahawashi,
who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit.
That's right. We don't walk after the flesh. We are peaked by the spirit. The reason why you're here because of the spirit. It's nothing carnal, nothing external. Because what we got up here to offer you carnal. We ain't got no, what they got like a jumping. Christianity that puts some jumping other things to chill.
Oh, yeah.
If Christianity had a moonwalk out there, it'd be 95.7 jam radio station. You know, everybody coming in. Yo, up here, this is spiritual, man.
God.
That's why you can't come up here. You know you can't come up here. Yeah, we get told that.
I got something.
Come on.
This 1 Samuel 2:30. Wherefore the Most High power of Israel saith, I said indeed that thy house and the house of thy father shall walk before me forever. But now said, but now Yahawashi said, be it far from me, for them that honor me, I will honor.
Woo!
And they that despise me.
You know, when you go into that word honor, one of the words is promote. Now, when you promote something, you raise it up. You get promoted on the job, you're raised up from a lower position. So that's the idea of being honored. So you can't be honored if you're already on top. So right there, that disqualifies Esau. That's why we glory in that's why we glory at being at the bottom.
It's like those who are old before, no need of a position. Yeah.
That's right. Yep. Go ahead.
Says, for them that honor me, I will honor.
Woo!
And they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed.
Yeah, woo! Yeah, that's right. Hey, because that's heavy, man. If you're going to a banquet or a certain setting of royalty, then the king or the host, he called you up.
Yeah.
He called you up, man. That's honoring that. Yeah, you walk in the crowd, come up, you know, coming up, man. That's honor, man. And everybody see that ascension. Everybody see that. That's going to happen with us with the spirit. Lord will be numbered amongst that person's help. Our enemies going to see us raised up. Hey, the Lord going to do this thing cold, man. We'll tell her how the Lord works. There's not going to be nobody hearing about it. The very ones offended, they're going to see you. It's going to be perfect. The Lord going to perfect this thing. They're going to see you go up. And that's in Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, come on.
Proverbs 25:7, for better it is that it be said unto thee, come up hither, than that thou shouldest be put in the presence of the prince whom thy eyes have seen.
And that's heavy. That's Yahawashi. That's the same parable Yahawashi spoke about the supper. Meaning what? You don't take the high seat. You come up to the front and somebody tell you, nah. That's no honor in it. You don't go and sit at the high seat at the table. You take the low seat so that you can be called up. And what's the low seat? Servant. You become a servant. To be a servant and a slave is the lowest form of humanity. That's how the Lord got it. Why do you think Esau going into slavery? See? That's the heaviest form of punishment. That's the lowest you can be. So by us taking, Yahawashi scripture said Yahawashi took on the form, that's Philippians 6. Yahawashi took on the form of a slave, a servant, so that now he have no choice but to be called. That's the best story, man. Cinderella and all that. That's your best story. The stories of redemption. The guy lost it all. The guy had, then all of a sudden, and his enemies had to eat it. That's what Yahawashi doing with the nation of Israel as long as And so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash.
Double honor to our teachers, the head apostles, the elders, the great millstones. Shalom, you brothers out there laboring in his work, and as always, believers, Akim as well as the Aqua, those of you subscribe to this truth. Sincerely. With that, shalom.
Shalom. ETA, Abba, soon.
Very soon. Nice. Money crabs, right?
Hey, 5 minutes, 30 seconds from now. They were beautiful.